Hi, my name's Dan, and this video is the first in a short series of videos I'm going to do about some things to do with handling assets in the Unreal Engine. And in this one, I'm just going to give a quick look at the Unreal Asset Marketplace. So before we kick off, just in case there's anybody out there who hasn't come across this use of the word asset. An asset is not quite the same as a file of something that you use in your game. It's an object or some entity that can be used in the game. So it can apply to 3D models, it can apply to sounds, it can apply to blueprints, it can apply to 2D interfaces, icons, any kind of unit of stuff that you're going to use in your game. One of the most common things, possibly the two most common things, are static meshes, which is basically 3D objects, and materials, things that you want to grab hold of. But there's all sorts of different categories of assets that you might have. And as well as providing the general public with the Unreal Engine, which is fabulous, of course, Epic have also got a marketplace, which is where you can buy stuff to put in your projects and buy or get for free. And we'll explore some of the getting for free in a minute. It's also possible to, if you're a content creator, to actually get your stuff on Marketplace. I know nothing about the process and how that works because I've never done that. Because I'm not that kind of content creator, and I very much know that I'm not. Anyway, we're going to have a quick look at this. There's not a lot of rocket science going on here, so this is stuff that you probably could have found out for yourself. But some people like videos, so here we go. So I'm in the Epic Games launcher, which is a thing that you're going to have if you want to have Unreal Engine installed. I'm on the library page, which is where your engine versions are. Here's a few of my projects that are underway. There's actually only quite a small number of them at the moment. Normally this is totally full up because I do so much stuff in little projects. And what you want is this other tab here, which is Marketplace. So let's click on that, and it'll take a little while to change, but here we go. We're now in the Unreal Marketplace, and it's showing us some things here. It's free for the month. We'll come back to free for the month with special discounts, all sorts of stuff as you scroll down. And there's a lot of menus here. So if you want to find something, say for example, you want to find a windmill. I've just thought of that off the top of my head. A windmill. I have no idea, but I presume there's a windmill here somewhere, and it just click find. Then here we go. We've got a windmill. We've got a windmill. We've got a windmill. We've got windmills, and we've got, as we go down, Cartoon Garden. That must have a windmill in it. And there's a couple of pages of these, so there's various windmills around, and you'll see that they vary in price somewhat. So this is £14.14. What's an interesting price? But I promised I'd show you free stuff. So one of the things that is really useful, certainly when you're getting going and starting to do stuff in Unreal, is to get some of these free assets. And if you mouse over free, there's various different things on this menu. So first one I'm going to highlight is I'm going to go to Mega Scans. So if you know of Mega Scans, then I will be preaching to the choir here. If you don't know of Mega Scans are a company or organization or something like that who scan real life environments and objects and make them available for use in projects, and particularly have a strong link with Unreal and Epic. It's a project created by Quixel, I believe, is the company. And as you see, I have scarfed a whole lot of Megascans stuff here. Let's just go into, here we got Megascans chopped wood. If you click on something, you then get into a page just for that particular pack or set or whatever it is you're buying, and you've got several images here. It looks a bit like the Steam interface, to be honest. It's showing you what you've got in pictures, and then there's some description. Number of unique meshes, 12. Collisions, yes. So this is useful information to look at to find out if it's the thing that you want. What you don't necessarily get is absolutely as a picture of each thing individually, as you can see, but you usually get some kind of overview. That's just a bits of wood, but there's an overview of all the things that you get in this particular pack. Mega scans are amazing. They're because of the way they're generated, they're good for photorealistic stuff. Let's go. What else is in free? Yes. So the other thing that I really should show you is free for the month. So actually, we'll come back to that in a second. There's other things here. There's the Epic Games content. There's certain overlap between these different kind of free categories here. Epic Games, UE Online Learning. So these are packs and things that are particularly connected with Epic's own series of learning videos and stuff. So when you get into their learning stuff online, then it will often say you need this particular pack to be able to work through this material. And here's these packs. You will see with this free stuff that I have actually grabbed a lot of it for complicated reasons I'm not going to go into. So mega scans, come back to free for a month, permanently free collection. I don't know, I can't tell the difference between the permanently free collection and the marketplace collection. But let's have a quick look. I might be able to work this out. Permanently free. No, they're different sources. I was just wondering if some of those were one of them was Epic and one of them wasn't. But this thing here tells you the company or the individual who's posted this, so to whom money would go if you were buying it. Keep promising the free for the month, so I'm gonna go on to here. Now, what happens every month? It doesn't seem to tick over quite on the tick over of months. It seems to be a little bit delayed from that. And it's I was going to say it's 5 assets or 5 items here. I can't absolutely put my hand on my heart and say it's always 5, but in my memory it's been 5. And my tip to you is to come back regularly every month and grab the stuff that's free for the month, because this is stuff that, as you'll see here for the price as well, that was £4 for a science fiction valley town, so that's not hugely expensive. This one here, £66. Now, Ultimate Stylized Weapon Customization System. Sounds a bit complicated. I kind of got a vague idea of mostly what that is. Science Fiction Valley Town, that's with interiors, it says when I mouse over. So that's the environment. Lookout Tower, so that's Lookout Tower on a lake surrounded by pine forest and mountains. So that's actually got more than just the Lookout Tower. Low poly Viking top-down interiors, and an Adventurer's Inventory Kit. So the Inventory Kit is it'll be blueprints, so things that have active stuff involved with it. Yeah, and in fact it does. It says, they might be a bit small, but it says down there blueprints. Okay, so what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to grab all of those. And one of the reasons that I suggest that you do this is because buying things or acquiring things through the marketplace does not mean you have to download them. And so it's worth just building up a collection for when you want to have projects, and then you kind of look through and go, I want a such and such, or something that would do for this, and have a look through. Or if you just want to be, practicing creating environments, then you can have a look through the stuff that you've acquired, and that you're going to give you some inspiration on what you might be able to use and what you might be able to get. So I've grabbed those things. They're in my shopping cart. I'm going to click on the shopping cart and do checkout. Now, because these are free, I don't think it's going to bring up any payment information. It's brought me up another window here. Check, review and place order. Total 0, place order. And it always brings up this box, refund and right to withdrawal information. So even though it's free, I still consider to have a contract with them about this. And I just click agree. And then I've got an email receipt sent to me. And then I go back to the marketplace. Now, this hasn't updated and it hasn't shown me that these things are now in my library. But let's go and find them. And this is the thing that threw me first time I started doing stuff with the marketplace, is I've got them, but I couldn't work out where they were and how to get hold of them. So I will show you that. So let's just, in my head, Adventures Inventory Kit is near the beginning of the alphabet, so that'll be the easiest to find. So if I go to library, then the first thing we've got here is engine versions. So I've got several versions, as you can see, and my projects, and then below that, vaults, and it's off the bottom of the screen. This is why I missed it first time. And below here in the vault are all the things that I've grabbed through the marketplace. So, what was it? Adventurer's Inventory Kit. There it is. Okay. Um, and like I said, you don't need to download it, and you can just stick it in your vault. Now, I have a large amount of stuff in my vault. This isn't all having come through from Free for the Month. I haven't been around that long. I have no idea if they've ever had this amount of time. But almost all of this stuff that I've got here, and it's a bewildering array of things, is stuff that has been free through those various different categories there. Some of it is paid for assets. Some of it is Humble Bundle. If you know about Humble Bundle, that's and if you don't, go check that out. I'm not going to go into any detail with that. But it means I now have a huge library of stuff. It's not locally on my drive, like I said. It's just a kind of a flag at Unreal Epic to say, I own this, I have access to it. And in the next video after this one, I will show you how to actually grab these things out of your vault, put them in projects. But what was I going to show you? I'm going to go back to the marketplace and I'm just going to get something else. Not something that's free for the month, but actually I'm going to grab something that's free that I haven't already got. So I'm going to go browse here. So there's various different categories of assets. I'm going to come down to props. So basically, props are objects that you can have in your world. Some of them are kind of small items or medium-sized items, like these kitchen accessories here. There's trees here. There's truck trailer platforms, and there's if I go down to the bottom, you'll see 383 pages at 20 per page. There's a lot of stuff available. Okay. Now, what I'm next going to do is come back up to the top and use this sort by thing. There are various other things over here. You can filter by tags, you can filter by price. Actually, I could filter by free, couldn't I? Let's just do that instead. And I find, despite the fact that I thought I had scraped almost everything that was free, there's a load of stuff here that's free that doesn't appear, as far as I know, under any of these categories here. So it's always worth looking out for other stuff that's free. And I've slightly pre-prepared this in that I've come through and I've decided I want this pack here. KHS, I'm going to pronounce this really badly, Unhyungung Collect. Right? And we're going to look at what this is. It looks like a nice collection of wardrobes and furniture of various kinds. And when I look at the description here, Korea Heritage Service digitized the relics of Unhyong Palace. I have no idea where Unhyong Palace is, but this is some kind of cultural set of objects that have been digitized from real objects and historical. We look down at the information here. It's 80. We've got materials and material instances, texture resolutions, all sorts of other stuff, and free. Or add to cart. So I don't know what the difference is between these two. I'll click on free. Probably should just add it to my cart. And actually what it's done is it's just grabbed it and put it in my library without going through the process of putting it in the cart and buying it that way. So I'm going to check that and go and find it. So KHS, I'm going to go back to my library. And in fact, I'm going to show you can search here. So I'm going to put in KHS, and there it is. It's appeared. And if I click on this picture, it'll take me back to the store page, effectively, for this content. So there's a whole load more that you can get into. You don't only have to use assets that have come through the marketplace. There are other ways of getting assets in, and in some of my other videos, I've shown some of the methods of doing that. But I did just want to have a quick video focusing on the marketplace and particularly looking at the fact that there's a reasonable amount of free and there's some stuff is relatively cheap as well. It's worth checking out stuff that's on sale if you're looking for things. Kind of checking out sometimes. Some of these discounts are quite big. Some of them less so. But, 70% off a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Who doesn't want a Tyrannosaurus Rex in their game? Match 3 game, whatever you're playing, making. Okay, so I've waffled on enough. That's it from me for now.